Good evening, welcome to the Foxborough Board of Selectmen meeting for May 29, 2013. The agenda tonight will be at 7:30 PM, Board of Selectmen meeting opens, 7:35 Board of Selectmen Town Manager Contract Review, 7:50 Executive Session Negotiation with Non-Union Personnel. Jim, will you lead us in the pledge, please?
Sure. My pleasure. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'd like to, anybody want to entertain a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make a motion, Mark.
Please.
Okay, I move that the Board of Selectmen go into executive session to conduct strategy sessions in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel or to conduct collective bargaining sessions or contract negotiations with non-union personnel.
Is there a second?
Second?
Roll call vote, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Mark Sullivan says yes. And just so everybody knows that we might return to open session to make a couple of announcements. And it could be brief, it could be a little while. So I try not to hold you up all night if you plan on coming back. All right, I'll try and be as quick as possible. Okay, thank you. Frank, will you?
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Just because I don't understand the procedure, what happened with the first thing that was on the agenda?
We decided to,
Town manager contract review.
Leo?
Well, the executive session may dictate coming out of that to make an announcement about that.
So it's possible that the board will be discussing that first matter, the town
Right.
manager contract review in the executive session.
Well, no, we're not reviewing the contract, but the board, Mark had indicated the board will come out of executive session for the purposes of making an announcement. And depending on what transpires in the executive session, there may be an announcement with respect to the town manager's contract.
Okay, all right. So I take it then that the board, and I'm not the lawyer, I have no idea. The board doesn't have to discuss in open session the views of, in other words, what we do know publicly, and I apologize if I may.
Go ahead.
My understanding is that
We should put
by
on
a
the
certain
microphone,
date,
Just off.
30th.
Frank, we're off, right?
No.
Okay, sorry. I thought.
Yeah, Frank,
June
if-
30th.
Frank, you want?
could just use the microphone,
mic?
that's all.
I didn't realize we were still on. All
No,
right.
I just have a question that I understand that by June 30th of this year, the board is required to let the town manager know whether or not it intends to renew his contract, which will expire a year later. And I'm wondering if the board is, and I don't know the answer, if the board is required or not to publicly discuss its various positions and come to a conclusion and a public vote. Is that a public requirement, or?
Leo, to the mic, please, if you could sit at the table.
Sure.
Thank you for letting me
Oh,
ask
my
the question.
pleasure, Frank.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, it's dependent upon whether that's actually before the board. As the chairman has indicated, we may have an announcement
Okay.
coming out of the executive session related to the town manager's contract, and the announcement may obviate the need to have a further discussion
I see.
about the provision that you described.
I see, thank you, that's a
Okay.
great explanation,
all right.
even I understand
Oh,
it.
good.
The
Good.
definition of a great explanation.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. You think you'll be in here an hour or 2 hours?
I don't know, Frank.
I know that
It
you
could be
wouldn't know.
10 minutes, it could be an hour. I
Okay,
honestly
thank you.
don't know.
It's just gonna be an announcement though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Frank, where will you?
No, I get it.
Frank, where will you be, I mean, there's a possibility that the board could issue an announcement, and rather than have everyone have to wait all evening, where will you be if?
Yeah, I can go back to the office and someone
And I
can
can
call me.
call.
Okay,
If it's only a call, but the Sun Chronicle is waiting to
Sure.
see the outcome.
I understand.
And so I'd be most grateful if somebody would call me right away as soon as you come out.
Sure, sure.
Just as if I'm.
And Michelle, same,
Hey,
you'll be,
Michelle?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll
you'll be at Frank's office, or?
Lucky me if that were the case,
Okay.
but no. I'm gonna write my phone number.
Yes.
Sure.
Who is she?
Yes.
Frank.
How about if
Okay,
we call Frank and Frank calls Michelle?
She knows a good friend of mine.
I
All right,
that wouldn't, that wouldn't do. Give her-
That would do.
Not that I'd be unwilling to, but you don't want to have
It took 2 hours to get back into the regular session tonight. I got a joint statement to read from the Board of Selectmen and the Town Manager Kevin Pecos. The Foxborough Board of Selectmen and the Town Manager Kevin Pecos have mutually agreed not to pursue a contract for Mr. Pecos to serve as the Foxborough Town Manager beyond June 30th of 2014. And I'm sorry that's what you waited for, but that's all we have for you. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Have a nice night.
Come on, so make sure I heard it right.
I'll hand it right to you.
Okay, and,
Yeah, let me just see.
yeah,
Thank you, Leo. I just want.
and just the agenda change.